Thanks for coming over. I hope you had a great weekend. This is Amodeus, and today we're going to be talking about the Light Fox Assassin. But before we jump into the awesomeness of what we got going on there, Gameloft did put out a little bit of a teaser that confused me to no end. So this is the tease they put out on Facebook, and if you look at those symbols, they're the exact same symbols for another game I play called Summoner's War. And it just blew my mind when I saw those. I was like, what is going on? So I don't know. If any of you play Summoner's War, I'm sure you saw it too. But man, it just kind of like, I was like, what? So if anybody knows what's going on with that, drop a line, let me know. But let's move on to the Fire Fox Assassin Huxian. So on the screen right now, you see Huxian. So I built her crit damage attack, and because of her skill set, she's a lot like Sigrun. So I put her on adept. And if you have different builds for her, let me know in the comments below, because I am testing her out today with you guys. So I really think she can do good things because I really like all of the stuff that her skills have to offer. So let's go through those just super quick. Her first skill is called Slicing Wind, and it's her auto attack. It does some pretty decent damage. I think it does like 2,600, or 2,300 on mine, and basically it is just what you would think it was. It's kind of a long range attack. Her first activated skill is Fan Throw. Basically, the great thing about this is that it lowers defense, right? And it also is a little bit of a ranged attack. And the cooldown actually speeds up if you are moving forward towards your enemy. So she throws this out, armor breaks, and then runs into her enemy. She gets this back. She can keep using it. It's really great, and we'll see it in action. But Squall is her second activated skill, and this actually is one of the reasons I was excited to use her, because she removes a buff and then applies blocks buff. Now, the Light Fox Assassin gets an accuracy boost when she's ascended. Still got to put some more accuracy on her if you saw her stats. I'm a little concerned about that, especially in PvP. Because Eye of the Storm, which you see on the screen right now, is an amazing PvP skill, and it has such a huge range in area of effect that it covers basically the entire Guild War arena. And basically what it does is it silences people the first time they get hit. So she's got a strip, she's got a lower defense, she's got a silence, she's built for attack. So she's a very exciting unit to use. So I can't wait to test her out and see what kind of roles she can fall into, in different teams as far as like that DPS unit. So the first thing I'm going to do is try her out over here in Elder Drake 11. So obviously if you have a pre-flight team, the Light Fox Assassin's not going to fill any role on that team. So it's better to look at her usage and ascended rates as a DPS champion. So I like her actually in this. I feel like she's doing a lot of stuff with that silence, stopping those guys from being able to put up their immunities and allowing the other units to get to work. And I like that, plus the defense break is nice. So I definitely feel like she is helping out in the waves in the ascended raids. So I definitely think that that's a benefit for her. Now I wish she was doing more damage though. I don't feel like she, and we're gonna have to do some comparisons, because I don't think I would ever expect the Light Fox Assassin to do much as like say Rota or Alia the Fireblade Master. But I mean, with all the other things that she's bringing to the table right now, I really feel like she's holding her own. Like she's a good stable unit to have for DPS on your team, especially if you're not looking at a pre-flight team, because she really holds the middle in waves, right? So that silence, the armor break, all of those things really come into play, along with the stun, right? So I mean, those things really come into play, helping her maintain the middle when the flyaway happens. So I definitely respect the skill, or definitely respect the synergy of her skills as far as that goes. Again, I'm always going to want more damage, and I'd be curious to see if anybody has like a very high damage build, because so much of what she does seems to be dependent upon her skills, that it seems very important that she has her skills up as much as possible. Now, it's interesting because I wonder how she would work with Gasoline or Sigrun as a speed leader, because they're like 20% speed leaders. The greater demons aren't good PvE leaders, but Gasoline and the Deathmongers are. Okay, so 500,000 damage. about just a little over half of what Rona did, so I guess that's not bad. So yeah, I would say she's a good unit for Elder Drake. Now, if you don't have like a speed team for like this, for instance, if you don't have like if you don't have the Emerald City from the Wizard of Oz marching in to destroy the Bull Demon King, then I think the Firefox would probably be a good champion for you to be able to be a part of a team that could do that. Now, this is just about speed, right? That's all these raids are all about. So if you have any units that make it faster, that's the key, right? Because you don't want to run these more than 40 seconds. I think is probably the longest you want to run these. I'll be honest. I think that all of that comes down to the waves, right? So is Huxian, the Light Fox Assassin, contributing enough DPS to clear out these waves, right? And I would say this might be a positioning opportunity. Like moving her closer to the center might have allowed her to reach out and get more engagement. Now I will say that the lack of a lower defense hurt us right there, right? And the Light Fox Assassin is not a spike damage champion like the Candy Munchkins are, so she's not going to have that burst damage that you would typically want for certain teams, right? So her synergy is consistent damage over time with auto attacks, with her abilities, and the lower defense and the things like that. So she's not going to be your burst damage dealer like the Candy Munchkins are, which brings us to Steel Widow. So what I really want to do is I want to take her into Steel Widow 11, and I want her to replace Malika. And I don't know if that's the right choice, because Alia might be better because we do have the Rota, the synergy trait leader. So it's going to impact less of the team now because we replaced Malika. But I think that from a damage or DPS standpoint, I think the Firefox Assassin and Malika are probably pretty close, because Malika just doesn't do damage the way Alia does, or the Fire Sniper, for instance. The new Fire Sniper just does amazing damage if it's built to do so. So I think that from that standpoint, the Light Fox Assassin's going to be probably a lower tier DPS unit to the Blade Masters, which it should be. It's a 3-star, right? But we'll see how much of a difference there is. Especially if you're using her other skills to do stuff, right? Because she does have that armor break. She's not built on Mortal Keen, basically, is what I'm saying. Man, look how fast this is. This is faster than my Malika time. I'm very surprised. Those waves just went so much faster than I would have anticipated. Now, I'm curious from the community, folks that have built her, what are you looking at? I mean, did you build her differently than this? Did you not put her on adept? Did you guys go Mortal Keen? And how much of a difference does that really make? And where's that position on your team where you're running her? Because I really, really like her, and I think she's very versatile. But I almost think that she needs to be built either for PvE or PvP specifically. But let me know down in the comments what you think. And as always, thanks for watching the videos. Have a great day. Bye.